Hi, I'm Mark.
And I'm Brad.
We're two middle school band directors.
And you're listening to
Nintendo Directors. Greetings and welcome to the Nintendo Directors podcast. This is episode 3024, and something just happened. What was it? I don't know.
What was it? Was the strawberries? They're here.
We can they're on a really good sale at Meijer this week. I got a huge 2-pound package at a really good price.
No, really, what was it?
Really, what was it? E3, Nintendo's Direct that just happened, and we're going to be talking about how our predictions lined up, or if they didn't.
Perfectly.
I think they lined up pretty well. So
we nailed it.
Yeah.
Basically.
By the way, I'm Mark Lego, my co-host here, Brad Byer. We're two band directors. We wave sticks at kids for a living, and we're on summer break, and that's wonderful. And we're watching E3 in the middle of the day, and we're two adults. That's fantastic. So
yeah, a couple of years ago, or I don't know what exactly it was, a while ago when they switched it from like late May to early June, or early kind of June, it was perfect because the school year gets out, and then we're like, hey, we're on break, and now it's E3.
Yeah, you used to have to take a sick day to do this. Now. No, it's been great. I've the last couple of years, it seems to line up either with the last week of school or like right after school gets out. So I keep looking at the dates, and it's like, please line up when school's done, and it did this year, and that's fantastic. So we're gonna get going with the show. So there's so much news to get into, but before we jump right into that, I do want to remind you, if this is your first time listening to us, we're an every other week podcast, so you can catch us on Thursdays. We usually drop our episodes around 9 a.m. on Thursdays, every other Thursday. So we'd love if you want to interact with us on the live stream right now. If you're listening to this after the fact, don't try that because it won't work. No. But otherwise, if you want to interact with us, we're happy to talk with you in the comment feed on our live feed. But anyways, let's get into it.
But you're always welcome to contact us at nintendodirectorspodcast@gmail.com.
Yeah.
And we would very much welcome that, especially with a big episode like this with all the big news that came out of E3 this week. So
yeah. All right. So the news. This is almost going to be entirely a news episode because E3 just happened, and wow, a lot of games, especially in quick succession, and then a lot of one game, which we're going to get into at the end of this.
Mark and test. I was trying to type and keep up, and it just...
At some point, you just stop and you say, games. So, but the first one that we saw was this mech fighting game called Daemon Machina. Was it Ex Machina, or...
It looked like Damon.
I think there was an X in
To
there.
be fair, we missed about half of this trailer because I hit my PS4 controller and it went off, and then I had to reset, and then we had to watch an ad, and then it was not great. So
it's all true. And,
and Mark was very much trying to hold back his anger and fury.
Oh, I was throwing pillows.
We just started.
Yeah, biting pillows, like
right.
But yeah, we got to watch at least 20 seconds of this or so.
Yeah.
That might be a little generous.
Robots.
Big robots fighting each other, and
yes.
I've been a big fan of big robots since I was a little kid with Transformers. So, and mechs have always fascinated me, and But that said, I've rarely played a mech game that I loved.
That's so true. Again, we probably missed the most important part of the information about it. But
yeah,
I just don't. I don't know what it was. I don't really. It just
where it is
robots,
folded into the Pokemon universe. I know
right.
We missed that part. If you saw that and you want to let us know what happened, this is a great podcast, by the way. Really high quality professional content. But no, it looked like it might be cool. But
could be. Yeah.
I'm always very skeptical of mech games. I've never played one that has been like, this is amazing. It's always been,
except
that
Metal
looks
Gear. Metal
cool.
Gear's great, but that's not really a mech game.
No, yeah,
it has
yeah.
mechs in it, but
they're good in theory. Let's see if this one is good in practice.
Yeah, it was. I don't even know what to say. Like it was mechs running around doing stuff,
hitting each other and swords and stuff. And guns.
Interesting choice to start off the direct with. I'll say that.
Yeah. I do want to say that it seems like E3 in the last 5 years, it's always, well, I guess it's always been this, but I see, maybe it's more visible, the complaints. That you see a lot of complaining about E3 and, they didn't show me this game, or this game I thought was going to be better than, whatever.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm not here to complain a lot. But
we probably should start with that. Like, we jumped right in here, but like, what was your overall impression of the Direct that they gave us?
Sure, a solid B, and there were games that we're going to talk about later that I wish had been highlighted more, but that's a different topic altogether. But a solid B. There were some really strong moments, and a few where you're like, but that's...
I totally agree. I think there was what we did come to sort of the end of the Direct, and we're like, oh, is that it? Like, okay, we got some good stuff in here.
Yep.
There was, like I said, we'll go through them here. A lot of the usual suspects, I guess. There wasn't anything that was like totally brand new that really like blew me away. That was really, it wasn't like a Metroid Prime 4 moment from last year, which
right, and that wasn't
also
much
conspicuously absent. But yeah, so yeah, I definitely agree. Solid B, some great stuff to talk through, but didn't get really my blood flowing like it sometimes does.
Couple moments where I was like, yes. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess what we have to remember is that this is Nintendo, and they do directs all the time, and so E3, while big, is not as big as for the other companies.
Right. They have a means of getting their information out that they use and that's very successful. So, and I do want to say, if you go and listen to our previous episode 3024 with our E3 predictions.
23. This is
3023. You'll be able to hear all of our predictions, and just want to say right now, so far, 1 for 1, we predicted Daemon X Machina 100% spot on. So got the title and everything. So that's
Yep, without even seeing half the trailer, we
can they hear a wink on the podcast?
Well, we can.
A wink close to the mic.
Yeah, there you go. Wink.
Do you hear my eyelid close? There it is. All right. So, but that's 1 for 1 so far. So news item number 2, Xenoblade 2. There's it looked like a DLC. It was called Torna the Golden Country, and if you are a Xenoblade player, which Luke Marlowe, a fellow band director, we should have him on as a guest at some point to talk about this game because he's the biggest Xenoblade fan I know.
Okay, wow.
And I don't know. Again, I don't know why I haven't played Xenoblade before, because it looks like a game I would really enjoy, except for the running. But
there's so much running.
That's the first note we made on this that Brad made. He's typing. He goes, "Lots of running." As soon as I saw the running, we're like, "What is this? Is this Xenoblade?" And then as soon as they were running, we're like, Xenoblade! All right. But it's and you wrote Japanese melodrama, definitely in full force. Yes. But I mean, it looks cool. It looks really good.
I like a lot of the color. The game, the Xenoblade 2. I haven't played it myself, but just from the footage and things that I've seen, just looks very colorful, very enjoyable. This seems to very much fall in that.
Yep.
In line with that. So
cool. And that was going to be out this summer, I believe. I thought I saw like a July date on that.
I know, I missed a few dates in here and there.
So all right,
it was good. And then we got our first visit from
someone whose body is always ready.
Whose body is always ready. The Reginator himself.
Yeah.
Reggie Fils-Aimé. I love this guy.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how lame whatever he says is occasionally. He's just great. Like he's got that presence about him that he's like, I'm into Nintendo, and I'm this big like football star guy, but like, man, we've got the Xenoblade.
He could sell me on buying cardboard,
right? Also conspicuous accent. Yeah, interesting.
Yeah. No Labo, but all right.
Oh yeah, but Reggie showed up and he, he kind of gave a little spiel and said some nice things. I'd also like to point out we have another viewer.
We do have another viewer. Whoever you are, hi.
Hello.
All right.
Well, looks like you said something.
Oh,
Chris Paul?
Chris Paul. Yeah, Ridley coming. Yeah.
We'll get there.
I grew up on the same street as Chris, so.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, Ridley. Oh, sweet. We'll talk about that later.
So, Reggie introduced us to a new game that I wasn't necessarily expecting right away.
Wasn't he going over Pokemon first?
Was it? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right, because I skipped down. I was like, oh, I already got all these notes and stuff.
Yeah.
So,
which we had predicted.
Sure, yeah. All three of them.
Yeah. In fact, we predicted it, and then like 2 days later, Nintendo announced all the Pokemon games.
That's right. They broke our NDA.
Yeah, I know. Well, we'll talk with Reg about that.
Obviously, the news broke to the mass public, right? Literally like the day after or 2 days after our most recent recording. So you've probably heard all up and down of Pokemon Quest and Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu
Eevee.
and Let's Go Eevee, right? And, of course, Pokemon 2019.
Yes.
Whatever that will actually be. But, they released, or they released one of them, I guess.
Yeah.
And they talked about 3 different Pokemon games. And so obviously the Pokemon Quest is the one, sort of the chibi version, if you will, of Pokemon. It's very much, from what I understand, a mobile game. Style. There's an energy bar. You're trying to get through a certain amount of things in a certain amount of time, and before your energy runs out. You're capturing Pokemon and stuff. Pretty shallow, but and it's coming to mobile later. It started on Switch and then it's coming to mobile later, which is fine, I guess. So that's the one version, and then the sort of more interesting Pokemon game for this year on the Switch is the Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, which kind of is a mix of Pokemon Go and a traditional Pokemon.
Yeah, I thought it was like red and blue or something like that.
I think it's actually based on Yellow.
Yellow, okay.
Pokemon Yellow.
Colors,
yeah. Games, words, podcasts. So I believe it's based on Pokemon Yellow, but then the capture mechanics in the game are very much the same. You do sort of the same motions as you do in Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
So there's that, and then the 2019 game. That's the the Generation 8 thing, which we correctly said was after Generation 7.
Yes.
If you remember.
Yeah, so and so far we're on news item 3. We're 3 for 3 with all of our predictions.
Nailed it.
We've been good about this. You can go back and confirm it if you want, but you can just trust us too. Yeah. So, then they went into a game that neither of us were expecting. You were alluding to that.
I wasn't expecting this at all, at least not yet. I'm sure I believed it would come, but this is Super Mario Party, which actually I'm kind of interested in. I haven't played a Mario Party game in
it's been a decade.
10 years, probably since the GameCube era, really. Yep. Because so many of them just seemed so gimmicky or they didn't just really work out. Yeah. And I didn't see anything that seemed to be spectacularly new about this.
But I liked the multiple Switch consoles. You could lay them down flat and then connect the boards.
They said nothing about that.
I know.
Now that I think, okay, so in case you didn't see it, you basically can, if you have 2 people playing or 2 Switches playing together in Mario Party, somehow you put your Switches together and they
know where they are next to each other.
Right. Which, if you remember an episode from a couple of months ago, we thought it was, and we were very convinced that it was the Virtual Boy and the Vitality Center together at last.
Yeah, finally. I know.
But it turns out that it's actually this. And now thinking about that, it blows my mind. They didn't say anything about that.
Yeah, they just
showed
made a quick little demo of it.
It was like one of the mini games, from Mario Party.
It looked like a version of Combat for the Atari, and you're also overhead tank view, and you're looking, but where you place the Switches next to each other, you each have a section of the map, and then you get to determine what the map looks like in its final form because you connect them, and then you swipe them next to each other or something. You made a swiping gesture or something,
right.
And then suddenly you have this unique map that you created essentially, and it was a very small thing, and the possibilities for it I think could be huge. I don't know I can't
like any Nintendo thing,
like the Vitality
that's right,
but no,
so much potential.
But this could be really good, and I'm interested to see what other mini games they use in Super Mario Party with that idea and where it goes from there. But Super Mario Party looks fun, and now that my kids are getting a little bit older, it might be something that I look into getting. Yeah, that's about it.
I have so many good memories of Mario Party 2.
For me, it was 5 or 6 on the GameCube.
4 was on the GameCube, maybe 5. I don't remember.
Might have been 5. It was the one with the microphone.
Oh, I think that was 6.
6 was the last one on GameCube.
Okay. Yeah, I never played that one. That seemed too strange for me. Also, it was more expensive because of the microphone.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's been a couple Mario. I almost said Monkey Ball. Mario Party games.
Man, Monkey Ball would be great.
There were a couple Mario Party games that really grabbed me, and a couple of my friends, and I distinctly remember Mario Party 2 just because there was that great and awful feature at the end of the game where you could have just stars just like stolen and thrown around at the end, and then somebody, it's the blue shell effect.
Yeah,
right?
It's a good way to make friends.
That's right. Totally.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was just a very charming, and the mini games were great at the time too. So but it seems like this is kind of following in that vein. This is, what is this, 11 now?
I think it's got to be 11. Yeah.
I don't think that. Yeah, they gave up on the numbers apparently. Right. So
I gotta say, the one mini game that outside of the using the screens, multiple screens for multiple switches, the mini game that really intrigued me was the tricycle 10-meter race or whatever at the end. Where
the mini bike,
that was
tiny
fantastic.
Bike. It was like they're pedaling so hard and they're moving like this.
Just great.
Really
that was good. So I hope that it's a lot of games like that, because then I would definitely get it. But that comes out October 5, so we're getting that right at the beginning of the holiday quarter. So that's cool.
I'm definitely interested to maybe try that.
Yeah.
For sure.
So next we had Fire Emblem 3 Houses. I think we got that title right.
I think so. 3 Houses. Yeah.
So that'll be out spring of 2019. What were your thoughts on that one?
Looks like Fire Emblem. I honestly, I've played about 15 minutes of the Fire Emblem Awakening demo.
Okay.
And
we lost our. There we go.
I didn't want them. That's right. I forgot my pictures were up there. They started circling through. So yeah, I just have very little experience with it.
Yeah.
That's right. I did also play a little bit of I think it's the GBA Fire Emblem, where because it was with the Ambassador program for the 3DS, because I was an original owner of that, and I came out on that. The tactical gameplay, I'm sure, is great. I'm just bad at it, and so I didn't play for very long. So, but from what I can tell, this looks like the tactical gameplay that the series is known for. And lots of,
cool
family infighting and kingdoms battling and all this stuff.
I like how at one point in the trailer there was a girl voice saying something along the lines of like, we live in such a world like that doesn't make sense or something because of all the war, and I'm like, well, we're the ones making it for you. Sorry, go fight them. You go do that. But no, it looks. I like the graphical cutscenes, like in a tactical game where you get to see how the combat then plays out. I thought that looked great. I've never played a Fire Emblem game. That's not true. I've played Smash Bros. I've played with Roy and Marth. But no, I think it looks good, and I don't know if it's going to make me get a Fire Emblem game for once, but maybe.
Possibly.
A small chance, but that probably means no. But if one of you wants to buy a copy for us to review, then we're on to something.
Yeah,
then I'd play Fire Emblem a bunch. But no, it looks good. It looks good. If you're into Fire Emblem, you should be really excited about that. So
I guess I didn't think maybe we should just jump to the punch, quite literally. The biggest thing of this direct that they probably want to hear about.
What would that be?
The punch.
The punch.
Super Smash Brothers, my friends.
Oh, well, we'll get there. Yeah.
Listeners, do you want to hear us go on about these things, or do you want us to go?
Yeah, we're gaining viewers. Look at that.
Oh, we're up to we're up to that many.
Yeah, we're getting there. We got a bunch to hit on really quick, but this next one is a huge one too.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
And this one,
this is yours.
This one actually was predicted 100%, like all of them, but this one really was.
That's right.
100% predicted in the last episode. And that was that Fortnite would be coming to the Switch, and it would be available the day of Switch, of the E3 announcement. And
it's on the store right now?
It's on the store as of now. So this episode's done. See ya. But no, I've only played it on mobile, which is a terrible way to play a shooter like that. It's an awful way to play it. I've managed to win a couple times, but I'm really excited to play this on my Switch when I get home.
I'm excited to try it myself. I've never tried it myself.
Yeah, free.
Totally.
Pay to look cool. No, thanks. I'll just play for free. Sorry, I'm not spending any money on this. But I know some people are really into buying skins for these types of game, and
yeah,
good. But I'm not going to.
And it's worked because they made like $300 million or something. In a
jeebus amount of money. So I'm not going to give them any money. But thank you for the game. It's a lot of fun. So
yeah, for real.
I'm excited to play that when I get home. So
that's my favorite way to figure out just how I can not pay for anything in a mobile game.
Yeah. Oh man.
Then again, that implies that I'm actually playing a mobile game, which so rarely happens.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or any kind of free to play game, I guess. But.
So Fortnite, it's here on the Switch. Finally, the last thing to get. No, Android doesn't have it yet.
That's right.
All right. Well,
this is
second to the last. The party.
Hey, at least that's better than with Minecraft.
Yeah. Yep.
Although that's coming up here later.
Oh, we just got a good question from Chris. Did they say anything about cross-play with Switch, PC, Xbox? I don't remember hearing that. I would be floored if there wasn't.
I assume that there's going to be, yeah.
Because if they're able to do cross-play from
mobile
to those...
They've been pretty vocal about they wanted to do that.
Yeah. I didn't hear anything not about it, so that's my way of saying that it is cross-play. And maybe that's, poor form of me, but
Confirmed.
Confirmed. Yeah, there it is. No, you hit it on the head right there. They've been very vocal about wanting it to be cross-play against everything. So
except probably PS4 because they don't play nice with anyone.
Yeah.
With Rocket League anyway.
Yeah. So, anyways, that's out now.
Fortnite, the bus is here.
The bus is here. Such a great idea. A balloon carrying a bus, and then you jump out of the bus. And
I'm actually kind of excited to try that. Yeah. Although I'm sure I will get slaughtered for a while.
Oh, yeah. It won't be close. But that's all right. We'll do squads.
I'll take your thing, hiding, right?
Yeah.
Hiding.
Bush camp for the win. Bush camp. Yeah. You can make fun of it all you want. It wins. So, all right. So moving on. Next.
We had so after this they kind of moved into several sort of indie titles that kind of came one after another, so they go relatively quickly. But Overcooked 2 is coming, and that's actually coming quicker than I expected. I'm wondering. I have heard so many good things about this game, and that so many broken relationships from it because of that. But it seems like it's a very very well done game, very fun, very very hilarious to play with friends. Especially couch. Actually, it's probably only couch co-op, I think.
No, they said Wi-Fi, local, and online.
Okay. Yeah. I've almost purchased the original game a couple of times.
This one looks like a must-buy. If it's priced right, I would think they would sell a ton of it. So.
Yeah, and so that's coming quickly. I like I said, I wonder if it's for those who have played it a lot, if they'll see if it really is like warrants a 2, I guess, or if it might be more of like a big DLC that they call 2. Who knows? Yeah. Either way, it's more Overcooked, and from what I hear, that's a great thing.
I've only read positive, fun things about it. So
yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Hey, we got another viewer in here, and Chris said that he's playing it on PC. Fortnite, he's talking about.
Oh yeah.
And that he's playing it with Xbox and PS4. So
he's playing. Nathan is. He's playing it on Switch right now?
Yeah, Nathan Emerson. So it's an awesome musician student of mine. So, cool. Download it now. Although the store has probably crashed. Like, because we actually went on, as soon as it was announced, Brad grabbed his Switch and tried to see the store. Could not get onto the store immediately. As soon as Fortnite was announced, just like, boom. So
it wasn't even released at that point.
Yeah, people were probably just like, can I pre-download?
Because then a couple seconds later, they're like, and it releases at 10 a.m. Pacific, which is...
My guess is by the end of the week, you'll be able to get on the store again.
Maybe.
But yeah. But while you're playing and downloading that, Nathan, keep watching and feel free to talk with us. So.
Yeah, and then Killer Queen Switch. This I had never heard of before until just a week or two ago, and people apparently there were rumors about it. Apparently, this is an exclusively arcade, or at least it was an exclusively arcade game. That I heard some guys on podcasts talking about people who live in bigger cities that actually have these crazy archaic things called arcades. And apparently it's this hugely popular thing. Like anytime that there's a console for it in there, it's always got a huge line with it. Apparently, it's a 5v5 sort of it's sort of like a mix of a MOBA and of a, what do you think? Just like an arcade, like a.
It looked like Joust.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to get to. Yeah. And it's been super popular, and now it's coming to the Switch. So
and exclusively, I think it's the only console that will have it.
Is it exclusively? Okay.
I thought I heard him say that. It looks fun. It looks really fun. I love Joust, and I love Balloon Fight, the similar type game.
Yeah.
It looks cool.
I guess there's like multiple victory conditions for each team.
Okay.
And there's different ways you can win. So that seems pretty cool. I don't. I assume it's online. Like you'd have to have that so that you could do that. But
and the price point it looked like a game that should probably cost $20.
Yeah.
If it's much more than that, I don't know if I would.
Or even 15, but
50. Yeah. If it's less than anything less than 20, that one looks like a must get. Like it just looks really fun.
It's awesome. So yeah, and then there was Hollow Knight, which has been out for a while on other platforms, I think, but it's been said that or has it?
Will Killer Queen include gunpowder gelatin? That's Jason Harley commenting. Can you tell us about gunpowder gelatin?
Please.
Sounds interesting.
Go on.
So
we're gonna
we'll wait for your comment.
That's great. Hollow Knight. That's I think it's available today too as well.
No, that one was gonna be, one of them was available today. Was that today?
Yeah, it's available today.
That looked really good.
Yeah, it's got that kind of action puzzle platformer style and a really interesting art style.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure it's already out on other platforms, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep. And so to me, it looks like a cousin to Shovel Knight.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I totally agree with that. Had kind of that darker aesthetic.
Yep.
Pretty neat.
Really cool look.
So there's Hollow Knight, and this is your...
Oh, Queen the band. I am not thinking. You just stumped two musicians here, Jason. But we're completely in video game mode. Sorry.
That's right. Nice. All right. So, but then we got out of the indies. I guess this is still kind of an indie. AAA or Triple I. Is that the term for this?
For the next one?
Yeah.
For that one right there?
Octopath Traveler?
Yeah.
Would you call that an indie?
No, that's Square Enix.
Well, okay, it's a big game, but either way, I think it's got that smaller 2D
side. Sure.
Side.
And oh man, this game just gets me every time. This is one of my disappointments of E3, and it's a minor gripe. I just wanted to see more of this game. Yeah. I wanted to see more of it. To me, this is the game that I've been more excited about than any game for at least a year now, and because it looks like Final Fantasy VI. In a pseudo 3D setting, it looks great, and I'm just so excited for this. When they showed it a month or two ago with the special edition where you get like the pop-up book to go along with, like, it's great. I'm so excited for it. Yeah, so I the only thing we didn't nail on this with the from our previous episode, so far we've been 100%.
Basically.
But basically. But I thought they were going to rename this one Squid Path Traveler. But that's okay. They kept it with Octopath, and that's fine. So, but that's available, I think, July 13th. And there is a new demo available, I think, today. Is what I didn't... It wasn't clear on that, but...
well, it wasn't clear because we were trying to furiously type everything down.
Yeah.
And neither of us were paying attention. So, it's either today or...
Soon.
Or later.
At some point, you'll be able to play a new demo. Maybe now.
Which includes more characters.
Yes.
And I think your progress can go from one demo to the next.
That's what I really like, because you can once you purchase the full game, you can transfer all of your progress from the demos into it, which is why I actually stopped playing the original demo. I got like an hour and a half into it, finished the Albrecht, I think his name was his name. I finished his campaign, and then I started the other character, the dancer girl, and then like 5 minutes into that, I was like, if I have to do this over again, I'm just going to stop. But seeing that confirmed today, like, I'm going to go dive into that. So
awesome.
Yeah.
And maybe you'll have more characters. Maybe today.
Oh, Chris just said, which game did you say looks like Final Fantasy? I'm at work, so I missed it. That would be Octopath Traveler. That game...
Dumb name.
It's a really dumb name. Man, it's dumb, but it looks like Final Fantasy VI meets a pseudo 3D style, and... that game looks so good. So coming out soon. But, all right, next, let's just this went really quick.
This was the lightning round for sure.
Yeah. So we're gonna lightning round this.
Yeah. So
thoughts on each one, like 5 words or less. The first one, Arena of Valor.
It's a MOBA.
I don't remember it.
It's next from China. It's huge in China, apparently. So.
Okay, next one. Minecraft. What? Blocks. Infinite Legos, and that comes out soon.
A Lego game that Lego should have made like a decade ago.
My goodness, they lost out on so much money with that. Next, Mario Rabbids DLC. Yes.
Donkey Kong.
Yeah, Donkey Kong. I know, and more Rabbids DLC, or Mario Rabbids. So
they made a big deal about this on the the Ubisoft?
5 words.
Oh.
Okay, no.
Big Kong.
Yeah.
Game.
Yeah, that's right. We did get to see a lot more on the Ubisoft.
Yeah, it seems like the DLC they're making it like almost like a big new, like a huge thing.
Yeah.
I wonder how big exactly it is.
I thought I read, maybe I'm confusing when this was something. I thought I read there was like 6 hours more of gameplay.
Oh, really? Okay.
So a fair amount.
Sure.
So, and that's a game that now that I'm finishing up with the games I've been finishing, I'm actually going to complete that one coming up here soon. So, next one, Dragon Ball Fighter Z.
Z.
Uh-huh. And actually, I really liked
Z?
Yes.
Z. Z.
I really liked Dragon Ball, the show. So, yeah, the video's been frozen, but we're actually...
Okay. It's still working on it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
good.
That's what I went to check a second ago.
Gotcha.
But, yeah, I liked the cartoon, even though it took, like, 50 episodes to advance the story one scene.
Right.
But that's okay. So, that looks cool. Next.
Yeah, I will say about this. They actually... on the other platforms, I've heard it's actually pretty strong, and it's not like quite as super complicated in-depth fighter as some others, but it's very what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, it's very functional and very fun to play, especially if you know those characters and love those characters. So, but yeah, and then Captain Toad, he's back.
Captain Toad
coming back. I'm so excited for this. I haven't played it yet.
You haven't played it yet. That's right.
Never played it.
I've got it on Wii U. Fun, a lot of fun. And my game that at the time she was 4 when we first got it, but now 6-year-old. But by the time she was 5, she was mastering like how to control the camera and Toad at the same time. Like really good like spatial awareness within that game. Like really cool. So yeah. Awesome. Next one, Paladins, which is I think it has like 20 million users right now. It's like
something crazy.
It's like a Team Fortress 2 / Overwatch
hero shooter. Yeah.
Yeah, looks cool.
But I'm so out of that scene that like it blows my mind that those numbers, like you said.
Yeah.
Like
I can't imagine being into Fortnite and Paladins and having time for other games. So I might skip this one. But it looks great. Maybe I'll skip Fortnite and go to this. That's a lie. This one's Fortnite's free. Paladins I think is $20, and I think you can get it now, or you can pre-download it. It's been on the eShop for a couple days.
Yeah, but it's also I believe it's also like their version of early access now.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of a weird. I was hearing about this recently. It's like it's early access now, so you can pay for it. But the weird thing is that eventually, when it's fully released, it's just gonna be free. So I don't quite understand.
I didn't know that.
How that all works.
Maybe if you
let us know if there's something, if we got that totally wrong.
Yeah.
But yeah, because you could pay for it to have the early access, I guess. But eventually it's gonna be free? ?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So that's Paladins.
All right. Next, Monster Hunter Generations.
You skipped one.
I did. Dark Souls. 5 words.
Dark
Souls. Hard. There we go.
Hey,
done.
Haiku?
Yeah.
No?
Is that? That's not.
No, it's not haiku. We need to think about it.
We got our first line.
That's right.
Dark Souls. Dark Souls hard.
Yeah.
7. What's 7? We need the 575. Okay, moving on. So Dark Souls, yes, and then Monster Hunter Generations again. Why we need to have Luke Marlowe on because. Yeah, that's he's a huge Monster Hunter fan. So
that's another one of those games that I hear the people they spend so much time in that world, and they just go crazy.
So Chris commented again, said that Paladins just released a battle royale like Fortnite called Realm Royale, and I do remember reading that with my coffee the other day, and he said pretty interesting game. So that's one I might have to check out because. if I can play a Fortnite type game with some like high fantasy elements, okay, buy Fortnite. Like,
sure.
I love fantasy stuff. So yeah,
awesome.
All right, next.
I lost my.
New Colossus.
Oh yeah,
June 29th. Tell me your thoughts on that one.
This is, of course, Wolfenstein. I was kind
of.
Oh,
okay.
Wolfenstein. Man, I wish it was Shadow of the Colossus. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Wolfenstein: The New Colossus is finally coming out in end of this month. This is sooner than I thought, which is cool. Those guys at Bethesda, man, they just continue to make magic for the Switch.
Their E3 was just out of this world. It was fantastic.
And I will, as a side note, both them and Ubisoft as well. It is so good to see major publishers in a big public spectacle saying with pride, and it's also on Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
Or on a Nintendo system.
Yeah, no kidding, because that has not been the case for a while now.
Yeah.
Since
like a badge of honor. Like, yes, and it's coming because everyone's going to be like, we'll put it on Switch anyways.
Right, so. Right. Well, there's 20 million plus of us now, and it grows every day. So
that's a lot of Switches.
It is. Nathan Emerson just commented, said he's already pre-ordered Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate, so that can be pre-ordered. I didn't know that. And so excited. He said he spent over 200 to 254 hours across all 4 Monster Hunter games.
Wow.
And that's not uncommon from what I hear from people that get into that game, because those battles take a long time. But man, it looks good. I played the demo on the Wii U, and it looks.
This is, to be clear, this is not Monster Hunter Worlds. That's the most recent one on the PS4, Xbox One, PC. But so it's like it's the one before that came out. I think only in Japan. So I think this is coming here for the first time.
That sounds
if I'm not mistaken.
That sounds right.
So a little different, but still, Monster Hunter now is on the Switch.
Yeah.
However you want to kind of go for it. So.
And to finish up the previous topic, we were talking about Wolfenstein.
Oh, Wolfenstein.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't played this. Not really sure it's my kind of game. It's a, but I'm glad that it's on there.
And I've played Doom. I've probably put about 8 or 9 hours into that on the Switch, and I love it. I saw a really funny video. Someone did a potato graphics version where they just like went as low res possible and went in and messed with the code, and it just looked absurd, like just these big globs of monsters falling off. But no, it's definitely more of a stealth game than Doom. Doom is run in and shoot everything, and just don't. If you I made the mistake of stealthing the first time I played it, and you just get destroyed. Doom is a get in there, cause carnage.
From what I hear, that Wolfenstein game is very difficult.
Very difficult. Yeah, high stealth demands, and it looks great. So that's. But one more thing about Bethesda, they announced Fallout 76, which that one didn't. That felt like nuts and gum. Where it's just, if you catch the Simpsons reference,
together at last.
Yes, it was just like too many things. Focus on one, but maybe it'll be.
They didn't really actually show any real gameplay,
right?
So
it could be great. What they showed, I was just like nuts and gum, but who knows? But that said, Fallout Shelter coming to the Switch. Hard pass, everyone. Do not fall for it. Don't do it. I did it on mobile, and what a waste of my time. I got so far into it, and then suddenly your base gets raided, and then you're like, oh, I basically have to start over.
Bummer.
Neat.
What
was the point of what I just did? So, hard pass. Unless you're a big Fallout Shelter fan, why?
Right.
No. That's a hard pass for me. But maybe it's better if
But there was another game you were probably excited about.
The next one?
Nope. On the Bethesda stage.
Oh, would it have been the new Doom that was being announced, and that'll be fantastic. Yeah, I saw a really good picture going around that showed Vince McMahon of WWE fame in various states of catatonic ecstasy. So it started with Doom, and he's like, ooh, and then it goes all the way down and gets to Elder Scrolls 6, and he's just like passed out. And yeah, so
nice.
Bethesda knocked it out of the park. But it's, that said, I thought back to Nintendo, solid B. Right. Moving on, one of those things that helped their direct, Mega Man 11. They had a very small snip of it.
0.78 seconds.
Isn't that October 5 or something like that? It comes out. It's in October.
Sometime this fall, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm so pumped for that game. So pumped.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
I love the slow down time mechanic in it.
Okay.
It feels like, because in the Mega Man like bundles you can get that just came out where you can rewind.
Right.
Which, if I'm playing the old games, I'm gonna want to do that. You know, I don't have time to relearn, and I just get frustrated starting over those levels. This one has the rewind mechanic, which is, it's like a light version of that, where it's going to be really challenging, but there are a couple times where you'll be able to be like,
right,
I want to slow down just a little bit. Okay,
yeah.
I got through. Good, all right. But if you die, you still feel like you lost something. So there's penalty to it.
What do you think of the art style?
I love it.
Really?
I love it. Yeah, I think it looks like everything Mighty Number 9 wanted to be.
Okay.
So.
Oh dear.
Or Mighty Number 9. But yeah,
you hate it on.
let's move on.
Yeah, let's just
I don't want to think
to
about
much
that.
better things.
Yes, this is what the bulk of the direct was about. This is okay. Before we get into what it is, spoilers. No, it's Smash. But I felt like they could have done what they did could have been its own Smash Direct. I felt like they could have highlighted some of the other games a little bit more, and I would have bumped this up to a solid A. But I felt like they devoted about 20 minutes or so to Smash, which of course you want to do that. But I felt like they could have done 5 to 10 minutes on Smash and then given a little more spotlight to some of their other games that are out there, and maybe shown us something from Metroid or whatever, and then 3 weeks down the road say, hey, Smash Direct. Everyone would have been like, Smash Direct! They would have lost their mind. They would have watched all of it.
I mean, coming into E3, they had to have a big game, so this was going to be their big push. It did seem to, Super Smash Bros. Is fantastic. I love Super Smash Bros.
Yeah.
So before we get into the nitty gritty of all that stuff, though, what was your overall impression of Smash? Like, Smash is coming to Switch.
Smash Ultimate.
Yes.
Ultimate.
That's what it's called.
Duh. Like,
exactly.
If you own a Switch, you have to get it.
Mm-hmm.
I think it needs to. I think your Switch will just stop working if you don't download it after a certain amount of time. Like, you just have to get it. Yeah. And we were talking before this. We started watching the Direct, and Smash on Wii U. I was like, I think I only played I really liked it, but I only played 10, 12 hours on it. But then I started thinking more. I was like, no, I don't know the time, but I probably sank about 25 to 40 hours on it. Really fun.
Hours.
Yeah. But see, I had a newborn at that point, so it's just like I didn't play.
And to be fair, I bought the 3DS version. I probably put about 2.5, maybe 3 hours into that version. I mostly got it for the soundtrack.
Yeah.
Because
which is great, but yeah. So no, duh is my one word about Smash. How about you?
Impressive, but I was a little. Okay, so first of all, let's get this out of the way. It's not quite. It doesn't seem to be anyway quite the completely new, 100% made from the ground up for Switch game that I thought it might be. That
you felt you deserved.
That I felt
you are entitled to that game. I need a new game.
They said there was. I mean, I don't know what else I was necessarily thinking. I do have some questions, which I'll get to in a minute. But yeah, basically, essentially, what we have is it says Ultimate, right? It's everything from the 3DS game, everything from the Wii U game, and every other character ever.
Yeah, what do they keep saying? Everyone's here or something like that.
And that's literally what it is. It's not. It wasn't just. We're not just saying hyperbole, right? It's every character, so including the likes of Snake. Snake is back. So Ice Climbers are back.
Pichu,
yep. Wolf, who was kind of a clone character in Melee.
Yeah.
In Melee or Brawl, one of those two.
I think it was. Oh, I don't know.
I don't recall. And they gave those an official name now. By the way, it's not clones. It's Echoes. Echo characters. So.
It's a clone.
Right.
It's a clone. All right.
It's a clone. It's the same. And so yeah, they.
He looked like he had some cool swipe attacks,
Yeah, so they got, as far as I understand, they have all of the stages from the 3DS game, all the stages from the Wii U game, which I'm excited about because, again, I played the 3DS game very little, but I'm sure they've been, redone and up-resed for for the new game. They brought back Young Link.
Young Link, yeah.
I had honestly totally forgotten that he. Like I looked at him and was like, oh, that's a new character. That's a new version of an actual new version of Link. And I was like,
was Peppy a character in Melee? I can't quite remember. Nathan Emerson said
no.
Nope.
It was not.
Okay.
They only had Falco, Fox, and Wolf. Those were the three from Star Fox.
That seems right.
And so they're all back, and let's see what else. They do support GameCube controllers.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Although I was interested to see, they really didn't put a ton of emphasis on it. They're just like, yeah, here it is.
Yeah, you can
do this.
Yeah.
And so I don't know. I'll be interested to see, because when I try it, I'm definitely going to try it with my Pro Controller too, to see how that feels.
I can't imagine that would feel vastly inferior. I know that people love their C-Stick.
I do. I love my C-Stick.
Yeah.
But
I had no problem playing it on the Wii U Pro Controller. I actually liked it a lot with that. So
I never tried it. Oh, I never had a Wii U Pro Controller, but
okay.
But yeah, it was definitely hard to play on the Wii U gamepad.
Hard.
I had to relearn because the stupid scalpers were making those GameCube adapters like $70 or more. I finally gave in, unfortunately, but because I just really needed it.
Yeah.
But and I already had a ton of GameCube controllers still left over from the previous. So, but yeah, you can do that, and it's so it's like, okay, it's there, great.
I do want to say I think the thing that made me feel happiest watching the Smash part of the Direct was seeing that Sakurai he's alive and well, and he seemed like they had prodded him enough to be happy about this. Because you didn't see his legs; he was obviously chained to the table. Because this man is never allowed to come out and breathe. But then what really made me happy was at the end they went to the Nintendo Treehouse. We watched a few minutes of that, and you got to see Sakurai there, and he was out. They let him out.
That's right.
They let him out
in the United States. That's right.
Wow, good for that guy. I mean,
unless
he needs
it
to
was
get back
just like
to
a
work.
holographic projection of him.
It could have been, yeah,
possibly,
because he does need to do a lot of work to get Kirby to work with 64 people to be able to mimic. Which I'm glad they're keeping Kirby because I'm a Kirby main. But yeah, it was good to see Sakurai out there enjoying the world.
I think I even saw him chuckle.
I think so too. I think they poked him from behind. So just laugh, Sakurai, if you know what's good for you. At the end, I don't know if you heard him. At the very end, he said, "Call for help." But
no, he blinked.
Yeah, he blinked. Yeah, the translator was totally throwing one past us.
That's what it was. Is they wanted it in the United States so that he could speak, but then they could.
No one would understand. Yeah, he was really saying "call the police" the whole time, but that's all right. Go back, finish the game, then maybe you can have some time with your family, Sakurai. So thanks for making some amazing games through the years.
Oh, that makes me so sad.
I know, but we get a lot of enjoyment out of them for that. So thanks. But
that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go through some other quick highlights. 8-player Smash is back.
Yes. Yes.
I'm pretty excited about that. I enjoyed that. It's just the insanity of it. The Inkling boy girl is there. You got
Jason Harley said, "Do you think Simon Belmont and Banjo-Kazooie will be DLC?" I could see maybe Simon. I could see Yooka-Laylee instead of Banjo-Kazooie.
Possibly.
And initially I was thinking maybe Crash because they're bringing Crash Bandicoot, but it's like no, I think he was in the Sony All Stars or whatever, wasn't he? Whatever that's their Smash
PlayStation All Stars.
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, the fact that they said their big focus was bringing back every previous character ever, and so
But it sounds like all 64 will be available when you get the game. You just have to unlock them.
Right.
I can't imagine they're not going to have DLC characters. I mean, the last game.
They absolutely will for sure.
Yeah,
but
Simon would be a really good one. That's a good to have his whip attack and everything. That'd be
true.
Great.
But 64 characters already. That's a lot, man.
I want more. Sakurai, get back to work.
Okay, there is one new character, a brand new character that they revealed. Who's that, Mark?
And that was alluded to earlier by Chris when he chimed in early in the chat. Ridley.
That's right.
Ridley looked awesome. That looked so good. He had this tail whip attack that if you hit it in the sweet spot, you're like at the right distance from them. In the one versus one where the damage is upped a bit, it was like 56 or 58 damage in one hit. Like,
That's a lot.
Sweet Sassy Molassie, a couple of those, game over. But
yeah.
But that would be tough to land that in 1v1. But if you did, man, that would be devastating.
Crazy. And you alluded to it. They went into quite specific detail about some of the refinements and the things that they've added to this. So that they added idea of, in a one-on-one fight, the damage is higher to keep the pacing.
Right.
Keep the pacing
that's
going.
Great.
That's awesome. And then they actually went in quite a bit of detail about the individual characters and what things are more special about them or different, and how they've evolved a little bit over time. So, kind of cool. We did see. Let's see. What's here? We got Ridley. We got. There were some more assist trophies mentioned. Excuse me. There was Bomberman. There was Minda.
Bomberman looks cool. Like he interacts with the stage and runs around throwing bombs and stuff. And you can't kill him. They said he was an indestructible.
Right. And Midna, I'm kind of excited. I like Midna.
Midna needs to be playable, but whatever. It still looks great.
Yeah, for sure.
I was looking for Waluigi the whole time.
Where's the Waluigi?
I wanted Waluigi to be playable, but I'm not going to complain. We got Ridley. Ridley looks awesome.
Yeah.
But I'll complain a little. Waluigi, come on, Nintendo.
Yeah. And there was Pikmin creature.
Olimar.
The big. That's the character, but I don't even.
Right.
The bird thing.
Yeah, Birdo. Not Birdo, but Birdo. Pikmin Birdo is in the game.
That's right.
But there was, and they looked like they tried to revamp the Mii fighters a little bit because those were everyone's
desperately
favorite.
Wanting those.
Yes, I need that Mii brawler again.
And then they sold 3 amiibo based on it. Ooh.
Yeah, did you buy them? And if so, feel bad.
Yeah, seriously. It wouldn't be the first time that they tried to sell the KK Slider amiibo.
Oh yeah, we got a bunch of
sell with the blue and the pink.
Yeah.
Awful.
Yeah, you got some ones that you should feel bad about, but
you
got a lot of good ones though.
I do. Yeah. No, those are the ones I feel bad about. I got the Yoshi and the Peach ones free from.
And all of our listeners can see this when they're listening to the podcast later too.
Oh.
So let's just look here for a minute in silence. Man, they're great. All right, I hope you enjoyed that part of the podcast.
All the Breath of the Wild.
If you want to see it, you can go watch. This video will be archived on our Facebook page. Yeah. But so what about a release date?
Tomorrow. No.
Yes, today.
Surprise.
No.
Actually, later than I thought. I thought it was going to be in September. It's actually December 7th. December 7th. Which will live in infamy.
Yeah. Jeez. Yeah. You know what's great is that we did predict that, though. We were 100% on our predictions on our E3 predictions show last episode. So we said
That's
December 7th.
Why everyone should listen to us, because they just get the show before the show.
Right, I know. If you didn't, you missed out. Whatever, spoilers. So now but yeah, that's.
We've been doing this for decades now. So.
I know. The episode 3024. That takes a while to get through those, but
for real though. So December 7th. That's when it's coming. I guess I'm not necessarily surprised, because obviously we thought it would release in September with the release of the online program. But now that I think about it, it's like, maybe they didn't want to release all the things that could go wrong at once.
Sure.
And so they want to give it some time, give it some space to be safe from that.
Yeah, and it looks like there were some pretty good releases in October and whatnot.
Oh yeah, there's definitely plenty of stuff coming up. So that's the E3 Direct. But before we move on to the other, there's one or two other stories here. Let's talk about some things that were not present in the E3 Direct. Things that we thought we were going to see or wanted to see, but didn't.
Well, we thought everything we thought was in it.
Well, right.
But what other people,
people,
what simpletons were thinking, what the norms were thinking.
Right. The plebs.
Yes. I know that there were a lot of people, me included, that wanted. I knew it wasn't going to happen, but we're hoping to see something from Metroid. Which
I was thinking they were going to show something. I
mean, wishing. We were wishing. We didn't think it because we were 100% with our predictions. We were wishing. There's a wink again. Can that be heard? Does it make sense if I say it? Yes, there it is. Okay.
We'll look at a coconut.
Yes.
The wink and the. Okay. So Metroid didn't show up.
No Metroid, and then everyone was. There was a lot of not a lot, but some buzz about Retro Studios. What are they doing? Are they working on a Star Fox racing game? Which,
again, said they even found the logo for it.
Yeah. Which, when you first hear it, you might go, Star Fox Racing, but then you got to remember it's Retro Studios.
They do good stuff.
I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt until I play it, and then I'll, but yeah. So nothing from Retro.
Nothing. My guess is maybe they're trying to save that for another direct line on the line that will highlight it more.
Yeah, maybe there's a direct coming in the next couple months.
Because people, they came to this direct for Smash mostly,
right?
Or a surprise. Honestly, that's kind of my only major, not major, just the things I didn't. The reason it gets a B for me is there wasn't any high level surprise things that came out of this. And so it it's too bad, but it should be good. Looks like we're still going.
We're still going. Yeah.
Strong? Okay, good.
Yeah.
So we didn't see Metro. We didn't see the Retro thing. Trying to think what else. What were we?
What were other people wanting?
What were other people wanting?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Honestly, I was hoping for Dusty Diamond's All-Star Softball
HD.
HD. But I guess they're waiting another year for that.
Yeah. But the licensing rights, they all.
Yeah. Yeah. It must be tough to contact those players from the game to get their rights to be like Froggy and Diablo and all those different characters for that game. But yeah. So no Dusty Diamond's All-Star Softball. That's I think about. 30 years running now that we've yet to hear about another one. But that, one of these years,
one of these times, it'll come.
Yeah, but really, they hit most of the stuff I wanted them to hit, which is why it's a B.
That might have been one of the only predictions that we didn't quite.
Yeah.
Quite nail. 99%.
It's coming.
It's all the way. Yeah,
it's coming at some point. But I was glad to see that Fortnite's released today. That's the way to do that. If they had shown a trailer of Fortnite and then said available later, it'd be like everyone knows what Fortnite looks like. Why'd you show that to us? It had to be today, totally. And that's a good move on their part. But yeah, I was just hoping for, like you said, like a surprise or even just a tease at the end.
They didn't even show like Yoshi. We didn't.
Right.
We saw that last year.
Right.
Yoshi for Switch. I mean, maybe they didn't want to emphasize it because it's a smaller game or something, but. That was the paper cut one.
Yeah, right? That's right. Exactly. You would think
not paper cut, but paper craft. There we
go. Maybe what they're going to do is there's future predictions for the next direct, and there's usually a direct in the summer after E3. Mm-hmm. So maybe there's going to be one where they highlight a new Labo package and then pair that with the Yoshi thing.
And online.
Yeah.
There's got to be more information about that before it releases, I think.
Yeah, yep. Because I would think that'd be a perfect pairing to have Labo along with the Yoshi paper cut thing.
Totally. Yeah, for sure.
They should highlight those two. So that Nintendo, we're telling you what to do with the next direct, but that and then to see some Metroid and to see some of the Star Fox racing game, I'd be if those things had been shown, even 2 of those 4, I would have been A+. So really good, solid. E3 for Nintendo. I just was wanting a couple things more, but that's
that feels to me like that's been the story of almost every press conference that I've watched this year. Solid but just okay, mostly what we expected. No blow your mind surprises.
Bethesda was the closest I think to a solid A+. I thought they did. They hit a lot of their big hitters, and there's just
their presentation was the way they presented it was very solid.
Yeah.
And I think they're good with the PR kind of thing and the jokes, the videos,
theirs was really good. I think the other one that would be an A+ would be Square Enix for showing the Final Fantasy VII remake.
Oh
wait, never mind.
They did show Just Cause 4 though. I'm actually pretty excited.
Yeah. And I'm happy with them devoting more resources to Octopath right now.
So there you go.
Final Fantasy VII remake can never come out for all I care. I want to see a Final Fantasy VI remake. Make that happen, and then you'll have me complaining every E3 that it's not finished. But
well, with their track record of releasing things, it does not bode well. We'll say that.
No, it doesn't. Not at all.
Looks like Nathan's playing Fortnite right now.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, sweet.
Hopefully it's awesome.
Yeah, it's got to be. It's got to be great. It's got to be better than playing on mobile. It's so bad on mobile. So, anyways,
I'm gonna try that later tonight for sure.
Yeah, why don't we do a really quick what we've been playing? This episode's already well over an hour.
Did we miss anything?
I think we got all the comments, but I think we hit everything else that we wanted to.
Fallout, Pokemon, Lego. What was that? Oh, must have just been more rumors and stuff from leading up to E3. Those stories.
The Incredibles Lego is.
Oh yeah, that should be good.
Yeah.
Side note: I hear the Incredibles 2 movies quite good.
Yeah, I would be floored if it wasn't. You know, that's a franchise that just is waiting to be. Yeah. It's gold. It's just so many good jokes you can make within that framework of.
And since you have seen all the conferences, right, or most of them,
I saw clips of a lot of them. So.
Okay, so just as a side note, just kind of for fun, top 2 picks of the other conferences or things you're excited about, or
I mean, it's Bethesda. It is Bethesda, and I thought actually Microsoft and Sony. What I read a lot of reviews of theirs, and I saw a couple clips of theirs. It seemed like they had a lot of good games, like games. I liked Bethesda though because. You get Doom, it's like another Doom, all right. And then to see that Elder Scrolls 6 is coming out, and I know a lot of people are just like still catatonic for that. So yeah, that's
okay.
How about you?
So I would say the big ones that I really enjoyed were Spider-Man PS4. I think that was fantastic.
That you know what? A classmate of mine. John Elligo, who is a writer for the New York Times, his younger brother, who went to our school to Northview, he's one of the people that's working on that game. So
no way.
Yeah. Yep.
Wow. Yeah, that looks fantastic. I almost never play superhero games, but that developer
it looks so good.
Yeah,
it looks so good.
And honestly, I got to say that PlayStation conference, they have a lot of big franchises, but so like The Last of Us and Days Gone and well, maybe to a lesser extent, Death Stranding. We still know almost nothing of what that game is. But what's the other one? I'm forgetting one. Oh, what's the big one they did? Anyway, there's just a whole lot of like incredibly brutal, like gross, like just it's just. And then Spider-Man is just like a breath of fresh air.
Sure,
like, you're just going out and having fun and saving the world, and you're web slinging. Man, that game looks incredible. And then, let's see, what else? I think Just Cause 4, honestly. I loved Just Cause 3 and Just Cause 2 as well. I never played the first one, but just mindless, like, blowing things up. And now they're adding in weather things, like enormous tornadoes that can, like, throw everything around and then explosions. My only concern is will they be able to get it to run properly on a console, which they didn't do super well in the last one.
Sure.
I played it on PC, but...
Quick side note, when I first saw the title of Just Cause, initially I thought, is that like are they missing an apostrophe?
Just because?
Is it like just like you're some punk bully walking around like, why'd you do that? Just because. Is that what the game is? But anyways, so like really quick, what we've been playing, What we've been playing. I've been playing Aegis Defenders.
Okay.
If you've listened to our previous episodes, you'll understand that reference. But yeah, Aegis Defenders, I've been playing that. I'm probably halfway or probably a little more than halfway through that game. That's fun. It's, platforming tower defense and really good game. I also played on the iPad. I have an iPad Pro. I've been playing Anti-Hero, which is like a video. It's a board game, but that can only be played in really... I can't imagine you actually playing it in a board game setting because of a couple of the mechanics with it. But beat that game. Nice. A lot of fun. Really good stealth movement board game. And then that's about it. I did a little bit more in Zelda Breath of the Wild, but not much. But that's it so far. So
okay, a lot of more of the same for me, with one exception. On the the EA conference. They announced that they were making FIFA 18 free for that week for the demo for the World Cup stuff that they're doing. So I downloaded that, and I enjoy FIFA. I haven't bought one since like 2012, but I played through a whole World Cup thing as the United States, which is impossible right now, but possible in the game. And I won, and I played it in like the dumbest level or the second, the second easiest difficulty setting, so I could win. But I did it, and I felt good, and it was fun. And so yeah, that's available right now. You can download that on PS4, Xbox One, and PC. Unfortunately, not Switch, but for free. And obviously, it was to get prepared for the World Cup / the FIFA 19, which they were announcing. So I played some of that, and then Continuing to play more Zelda. Nothing new there. Just finding more. I'm up to over 550 Korok seeds. And
stop.
No,
just
I'm
stop.
I love it, man. I still discover it. It's just fantastic.
Is it though?
Still, it is. Still occasionally,
it's a great game.
Still occasionally finding a new shrine or two.
All right.
I discovered one that I thought was going to be a Korok seed. It was like one of those like black slabs that you had to like lift up with the thing, and it turned out it was like a cave that went down into a whole shrine. I was like, sweet.
Oh yeah.
So that's a great feeling when you find that stuff. Still playing Hitman. Actually, got very excited. One of my great hopes for the show. And I guess that's something. It wasn't necessarily at the show proper.
Right.
It was announced before that, but Hitman 2 was announced. So I guess season 2 you might call it. The sequel to the 2016 game, which I've been hyping up for the last month or two. Really, really excited about that, and that's coming out in November. Yeah, November 13th, I think. So I will definitely be jumping on that as well.
Cool.
That's mostly what I've been playing. Yeah.
Sweet. Well, I think that brings us to the show wrap up. So.
Awesome. So once again, we want to thanks for tuning in. Those of you, especially who are on the chat or in the live video. This will go up on podcast services here by Thursday at the latest. And so you can find us on iTunes, on Google Play, on Stitcher, on YouTube. We just switched over to a different podcast host, so this is it'll make it a lot easier for me to do that now. It just automatically shoots it out there, so I won't have to spend so much time going through all the put it into the video editor and put the picture on there and then let it render and then take it out and then let it upload. It'll be a lot more streamlined, so that should be good. You can find us on Twitter at @N_directors. You can reach out to us, email us, contact us at NintendoDirectorsPodcast@gmail.com. Which reminds me, I should just double check if anyone else wrote in real quick here. I don't think so, but.
And a reminder that we are an every other week podcast, so
that's right.
There won't be an episode next week, but the week after. And Brad will be in Oregon for that, but we're going to try and record that remotely.
Yeah, it should be fun.
Yeah.
We actually do the show remotely most of the time.
That's true.
So we're band directors, and we often do soundtrack reviews. We often do reviews of older games. We're kind of hodgepodge. We're just some band nerds who love Nintendo, and we hang out and talk about it and have a good time. So we'd love for you to engage with us, and thanks for all those who have been listening faithfully for almost a year or hundreds of years.
Decades, yes. Yeah, with 3,000 episodes that are bi-weekly. But cool. Well, thanks for tuning in today, and we'll see you in a couple weeks.
Later.
Bye-bye. Bye. I think that's super awkward.
Nailed it.
Alright, this is
questions.